Hey guys, it's Taylor from My Blissful Home. Welcome back to my channel. I am coming to you today from my kitchen because I am going to show you guys a few of the things that I prepared for my freezer as far as food goes in anticipation of my first child being born. I am due in just a few weeks now, and I felt like it was necessary for me to make some healthy meals for me and my husband to share in the first few weeks after baby comes. I do not want to have to be spending hours cooking every day, so I've just created a few meals in anticipation of that so that I can just pop things into the oven or the microwave or reheat or whatever, just to make life a little bit easier once the baby comes. I started out by roughly chopping 2 to 3 carrots, 2 stalks of celery, and 2 onions. I'm also adding asparagus trimmings that I kept from a previous meal, rosemary, 2 tablespoons of whole peppercorns, bay leaves, and a few cloves of garlic. You put all of that in a large stock pot along with a whole chicken and fill it with water. Bring it to a simmer and let it go for about an hour and a half. Then you strain the stock so that all of the solids are gone, and you set the chicken aside. You add in fresh veggies of your choosing and let that cook for an additional 30 minutes before adding back the chicken. Let the soup cool before storing. Next, I made burrito bowls. First, I browned a few pounds of ground turkey and seasoned it with garlic, onion, chili powder, cumin, and cayenne pepper. I also cooked some white and Spanish rice. In individual sized food containers, I portioned out the meat, rice, beans, veggies, and salsa. I then put any leftover rice and meat into freezer bags and made little taco kits for the freezer. Next up, I made pork fried rice. To do this, I started out by sauteing onion and celery and added diced pork. I then added in cooked rice, frozen veggies, and soy sauce, and portioned them out in quart-sized freezer bags. For the pizzas, I started out by making whole wheat pizza dough. I rolled out the dough and pierced it with a fork all over so that it wouldn't bubble, and then I baked the crusts in the oven and allowed them to cool. I then added on toppings once they were cool, like tomato sauce, cheese, olives, mushrooms, and pepperoni, although you can do whatever you like on your pizzas. I then labeled each pizza with cooking instructions in case my husband needs to cook them, that way I don't have to tell him. Next, I made burritos. I started out with about 5 pounds of chicken breasts in the crock pot, along with a 16-ounce jar of salsa and the seasonings I would use on taco meat, and you can also just use a packet of taco seasoning mix. I cooked that on high for 4 hours and then shredded it with a fork and allowed the chicken to cool completely. I then assembled each burrito using beans, chicken, cheese, and you can do whatever other toppings you like on your burritos. I then rolled up each burrito and individually wrapped them in plastic wrap before putting them in the large freezer bags. For the burger patties, I simply seasoned some ground beef and formed hamburger patties. I assembled them on freezer paper and froze them on the cookie sheet before transferring them to a freezer bag so that they wouldn't stick together. Finally, I made my favorite healthy cookies. I mashed up several bananas, added protein powder, chopped walnuts, oats, and chocolate chips. I baked the cookies and allowed them to cool, and then I froze them before transferring them to a freezer bag to prevent them from sticking. So here I have the banana oatmeal cookies, and then these are just kind of like some things of meat that I have. These are just cooked chicken breasts and some cooked rice that I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do with yet. Here are all my burrito bowls, as you can see, they're labeled, and then my chicken soup. Here is the fried rice. Down here we have the pizzas. And on the door here, I just have the burritos right here, and then right here as well. And I have the burger patties on this part of the door. I just have some shrimp here that I'm gonna figure out what to do with. And then I have some extra pizza dough that I didn't have enough sauce to make actual pizzas with. So those are my freezer meals that I have made so far.